He said, give me a good large slice.
Be a little bit, but nice. See, cut me a piece of crust.
Take it, says D. It's dry as dust.
Says E, I will eat it fast, I will.
Says F, I vow I'll have my fill.
Says G, give it me good and great. Says H, a little bit, but I hate.
Says I, it's ice, I must request.
J, the juice I love best.
Says K, let's keep it up above.
L says the border's what I love best.
M, it make my teeth to chatter.
And said, it's nice there's not the matter.
Oh, Other's face filled with grease surveyed.
P for a big piece begged and prayed. Q quarreled for the topmost slice.
R rubbed his hands and he said, it's nice.
S silent sat and simply looked.
T thought and said, it's nicely cooked. U understood the fruit was taily.
V vanished when they all got married. W is in the Quinton.
X here explained he need convincing. Y says I'll eat an eel to none.
Z, like Kazania said, he done. Rejoice in the Lord, O ye righteous, for praise is comely for the upright.
Praise the Lord with harp. Sing unto him with the psaltery and an instrument of 10 strings.
Sing unto the Lord a new song, play skillfully with a loud noise.
For the word of the Lord is right, and all his works are done in truth.
He loveth righteousness and judgment. The earth is full of the goodness of the Lord.
By the word of the Lord were the heavens made, and all the host of them by the breath of his mouth.
He gathereth the waters of the sea together as an heap. He lays at the depth in storehouses.
Let all the earth fear the Lord. Let all the inhabitants of the world stand in awe of him.
For he spake, and it was done. He commanded, and it stood fast.
The Lord bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. He maketh the devices of the people of none effect.
The counsel of the Lord standeth forever, the thoughts of his heart to all generations.
Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord, and the people whom he hath chosen for his own inheritance.
The Lord looketh from heaven, he beholdeth all the sons of men. From the place of his habitation he looketh upon all the inhabitants of the earth.
He fasteneth their hearts alike. He considereth all their works.
There is no king save by the multitude of an host. A mighty man is not delivered by much strength.
And horse is a vain thing for safety, neither shall he deliver any by his great strength. Behold, the eye of the Lord is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy.
To deliver their soul from death, and to keep them alive in famine.
Our soul waiteth for the Lord. He is our help and our shield.
For our heart shall rejoice in him, because we have trusted in his holy name.
Let thy mercy, O Lord, be upon us, according as we hope in thee.
Illinois.
In the Philippines.
In Ukraine.
In Russia.
I think they were born in Lithuania, Nigeria,
Taiwan.
in Romania,
Ireland.
Alabama, Fayettete,
In Russia.
My grandpa is from Wheaton, and I believe my grandma is also from Wheaton.
Ogun State, Nigeria. One of my grandparents is born in Latvia.
Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.
My grandma was born in Germany, and she's Polish, actually. And then my grandpa was born in Pennsylvania.
I think the city. I actually don't know where any of them were born for some reason.
In Taiwan.
On the bottom of the world.
Arkansas. Romania. In China.
I don't know. I think in Moldova.
Egypt.
My grandma was born in Russia and my grandpa was born in Israel.
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure they're born in Boston.
In China.
My grandpa was born in Korea.
Grandpa and grandma.
Hami and Habki.
Grandma and Papa.
Anna.
Nanai.
Grandma and Grandpa.
Grandma and Grandpa. And then my other grandparents are, I call them Grammy and Papa.
Babushka.
Grammy and Grandpa. And Grandma. Grandma and Oompa.
On the other side, we call them Grammy and Poppy because there's like a whole backstory. I don't know why.
In the Filipino language, you say grandma as Lola. The one I call her Tiseta because that's her name.
I call them Nanay, Yeye, Gong, Popo.
Grandma and Grandpa.
Agong, Ama.
I just call them my grandma and grandpa.
Nana and Papa.
Lala. Laye.
Poppy and Grammy.
Tita, nako get the softwood.
Grandma and Grandpa.
Grandpa.
Nanay, don't want go. Grandma and Granddad.
I don't know.
My grandma didn't really have a job, but my grandpa was a mechanic.
My grandma was a nurse and my grandpa worked at a truck place.
At a restaurant at somewhere. My grandpa is a professor. My grandma's the teacher.
My grandpa works and fixes things, and my grandma works at a daycare.
I don't think they have any, maybe. Lola was a college teacher, probably.
My papa, he had an apartment building. My grandpa, I think he worked for Disney.
My grandpa is a missionary and pastor. My grandma was a homeschool teacher. My Grammy worked for a makeup company, and my poppy worked in the Navy, and now he's a pastor.
My grandma works at a pharmacy. My grandpa, he works at a car shop, and then both of my other grandparents are retired, but my other grandma used to work in the same pharmacy. And then my grandpa did rodeos.
My grandpa works at Lifetime, and my grandma works at a lot of different places, and I have no idea what any of them are.
They owned a White Hen.
One used to be a pastor, and then another used to work on old cars.
But the one, she's a cook, or she was a cook.
They actually owned one big place. It's called the Allisons. That was their last name. It's like a workshop. They fix cars and stuff like that.
One was a pastor, and the other one was fixing TVs.
I do sing a lot of songs for her, so she could record it and put it on her computer and make videos on YouTube.
And my grandpa works out his work job.
Their jobs. I don't even think they had any jobs. Nothing, just watch TV. working for their house.
He's a pastor?
I don't know what the jobs were, but they had jobs, but now they don't do jobs anymore. Well, I know one of my grandma's jobs was to work at a doctor's office.
My grandpa was a firefighter.
My grandpa on the Nicholson side designed pacemakers.
To build stuff, he even built the Willis Tower.
My grandma used to do physical therapy, and then my grandpa was in the army, but now he works for TVs.
They're nice and they care about me.
My papa, I always played baseball with him a lot. And my grandpa makes a lot of fudge. So this.
I love, especially with my grandma and grandpa, making Dig Deep. It's a dessert.
That I get to visit them a lot because I live by them.
And they cook things for me to eat.
I really love them because they're like family to me, and they are, but still. And they're just really important to me.
Whenever I'm sad, she's there for me.
They come to our birthdays and stuff.
They help me to do homework.
The jokes that they tell me. Whenever we're calling her, if my mom's upset at me, she'll defend me and make sure my mom doesn't do anything to me.
They live so close to us, so we can see them a lot.
My grandpa's funny. They bought me LOLs. She helps me read. Sometimes they bring us toys, get us toys.
That one of them can speak English and one of them can't speak English. I still love both of them because they're really, really nice to me.
When I go over, they always have cookies and they always have meals prepared, and they're really, really nice.
Because she gives me presents. Loving. Sometimes funny.
They give me special things.
That they love me.
My great-great-grandma, when I tell her a verse, she always sends me money. Because they're my family.
They're nice.
Because they're always kind to me when I come there. They gave me a really fast car.
All kinds of things they do. They have a pet turtle.
To play with him, and my grandpa knows about God, so I like to play with him.
Their smiles.